All right, let's tackle one of the absolute biggest questions you can ask. How does all of this end? And I'm not just talking about a person or a planet or even a star. I mean everything, the whole cosmic shebang. Today, we're going to explore the three main theories for the ultimate fate of our universe. So before we can even begin to talk about the end of the universe, we have to get our heads around the timescales we're dealing with. A human life? It's a blink of an eye. A star like our sun lives for billions of years. But even the longest living, toughest things in the cosmos, they aren't forever. And I'm talking about black holes. To figure out how the universe might end, we first have to understand what's making it tick right now. For a long time, we've known the universe is expanding. But the real shocker was finding out that it's not slowing down because of gravity, like everyone thought it would. Nope. It's speeding up. Something is pushing the gas pedal to the floor. Scientists have a name for this mystery force: dark energy. Why dark? Well, because we're completely in the dark about what it is. It's this invisible energy that seems to be part of the very fabric of space, and it acts like a kind of anti-gravity. Now, here's what's so wild. Our best theories say this energy should be crazy powerful, but when we measure it, it's incredibly weak. And this quote, wow, it really gets to the heart of it. The idea of some cosmic force pushing things apart was actually first thought up by Einstein. He called it the cosmological constant. So if this dark energy just keeps getting stronger and stronger, what happens? Well, that brings us to our first potential ending. And let me tell you, it's by far the most violent one. They call it the Big Rip. In this scenario, the push from dark energy just goes into overdrive, overpowering every other force in the universe. First, huge clusters of galaxies get pulled apart. Then, gravity itself gives up, and our own Milky Way gets shredded. Okay, but what if dark energy isn't so aggressive? What if it's more like a constant, gentle push that never changes? That leads us to a much quieter, but maybe even more haunting finale: the Big Freeze. It's also known as the heat death of the universe. I want you to think of the universe like a living thing. Right now, it's pretty young. New stars are being born way faster than old ones are dying. But way, way into the future, that's going to flip. Just like aging cells in our own bodies, star formation will grind to a halt, and star death will take over. The universe is going to grow old. Trillions upon trillions of years from now, the very last star will flicker out. The universe will become a pitch-black, freezing cold emptiness, with nothing in it but the dead husks of stars and the black holes that are slowly cleaning them up. And then, after an amount of time that we can't even imagine, even those black holes will evaporate. What's left is a universe that is truly, finally dead. No heat, no light, no movement. Just cold, empty stillness. Forever. You see the huge difference here, right? It's all about the pacing. The Big Rip is a fast, violent, sudden end. The Big Freeze is an achingly slow fade to black. Two totally different ways for the cosmic story to end. But hang on, there's a third option, an idea that suggests the end isn't really an end at all. It's just a transition. This is the theory of the Big Bounce, and this one is a real mind-bender. Okay, so in this scenario, at some point way in the future, maybe dark energy runs out of juice and gravity, the oldest force in the universe, finally takes back control. The expansion stops and then it reverses. Everything starts rushing back together in something called a big crunch. Galaxies slam into each other, temperatures go through the roof, and eventually all matter gets crushed back into an infinitely hot, dense little point, just like the one that kicked off the Big Bang. This quote just perfectly captures the chaos of that collapse. During this big crunch, black holes become the main players. And I love how physicists describe them: proud, harsh, and ruthless. They just gobble up smaller black holes, they merge, they grow into one single supermassive black hole that contains the mass of the entire universe. But here's the real twist: that final, super compressed point. It's not the end, it's unstable. It bounces, exploding into a brand new Big Bang, creating a whole new universe. This theory suggests that our universe could just be one in an infinite series of universes, born from the ashes of the one that came before it, stretching back and forward in time forever. So, which one is it going to be? A violent rip, a cold freeze, or an endless cycle of rebirth? The truth is, we just don't know. The real answer is locked up in the true nature of dark energy, and that remains one of the greatest mysteries in all of science. So let's just do a quick recap of the three possible fates. First, you've got the Big Rip, driven by runaway dark energy, ending in total obliteration. Then there's the big freeze, which is a slow fade into a cold, dark emptiness, all thanks to the universe's unstoppable march towards disorder, or entropy. And finally, the big bounce, which is driven by gravity, suggesting the end isn't an end at all, but a rebirth into a brand new Big Bang.